Hey guys, what's up? So today I am going to be reading the next part of the story that I've been reading for you guys. It takes about place 5 years after Meet the Siblings, and there is a part in between Meet the Siblings and this part, which is called like New Music or New Beginnings. But I didn't really want to share that with you over the web because it is a lot of dialogue. And I just feel like this would be better to share. So I hope you guys like it. Maria's fingers run over the ivy keys in the auditorium. She plays whatever her heart pleases, and this time she's making her own music. Nothing anyone else has written can compile how she feels at this point. My music teacher quit because she was offered a job somewhere else. She was the only one who really cared about my playing. She knew what it was like to play one wrong note and have to redo the entire thing. Who knows what this new guy'll be like? She continues playing notes after notes, not paying attention to her aching stomach. There was no room for her to eat lunch today. She had to play so she wouldn't be upset in orchestra. Her fingers start dancing faster and faster until she doesn't know what note she was playing. The melody was stuck in her head, and she played it over and over again in the saddest key anyone could think of. She goes up a scale until the last note and plays a C major chord that's out of context with any of the other notes she plays. She plays every chord, major and minor, that she can possibly think of, building them up from the bottom to the top using every corresponding key on the piano. The backstage door opens, and she stops in the middle of building a chord. Her head turns quickly to see the new orchestra director entering the stage. His dark brown bangs slip over the top of his head. It's easy to tell that he was from a certain Hispanic country, but Maria has a hard time narrowing it down. He takes a seat next to Maria and places new music on the piano. He plays the chord that Maria was working on, and she finished playing the top note. "Are you the pianist that your old teacher was talking about?" he asked. You're Maria Castillo, right?" She flexes her wavy hair so it rests on her right shoulder. "I am. What's your name?" "Mr. Torres," he replies. Maria goes back to playing a slower piece they'd been working on in class just before their teacher left. "Are you a senior?" "No," she replies quietly. "I'm a sophomore. My dad started helping me with my piano when I was about 11, 5 years ago. Now I teach myself and accompany the orchestra and choirs." "That's cool," he says, unsure of what to say. "Let me hear one of the pieces that everyone was working on." Maria pulls out Once Upon a December and places it on the music holder just in case she needs to look at it. Her fingers dance across the keys, and she plays a sound that is almost like a music box. The melody comes in rich and pure, but also has a thin sound at the same time. She plays the music with dynamics the entire time, not missing a single note for any one of the 4 parts of the orchestra, 5 including both of the violins. She ends the song with a beautiful chord and lets it ring throughout the auditorium. "Are you a piano player?" she asks. Not thinking about what she just played. "No, I only play a little. I can play 1 part at a time, maybe 2. But you're the best student I've seen in a while," he says, making Maria's heart fly. She will still be the best player in the school. "I originally learned cello and can play the rest of the instruments in the orchestra." "Can you play any of the stringed instruments?" he asks. "The piano is a stringed instrument," Maria says, smirking. "But no, I can read all of the clefs, though." "Good," he smiles. "If there's a new violinist or violist, I want you to help them catch up. I know you'll be able to do that because you're such an amazing musician." "Thanks," Maria says softly as the bell rings. Mr. Torres goes up to a stand and places down his music. Maria goes back to playing through one of the other songs they were working on. He walks back over and places a new score on top of the piano. She nods, accepting the new music. "I guess this guy can be trusted. He doesn't know anything about me or my family, so he won't tell me to slow down. He won't tell me that it's okay to take a break if I need it. He will push me to be the best that I can be." "We'll be starting a new piece today," Mr. Torres says as soon as the whole class is unpacked. "Maria," he says, getting her attention, "have you looked at it yet?" She shakes her head. "I haven't had a chance to look at it." Her soft voice is barely audible through the large room. "All right, go ahead and sight read it then," Mr. Torres says, catching her by surprise. Their old orchestra director would never make them sight read a new piece without at least giving her a full day to look over it. "You can take it whatever tempo you want." She looks over at her classmates and slides the score onto the music holder. She looks at the notes. It's a semi-slow piece. "I can do this. I have to show them I'm not afraid of challenges." She quickly looks over Warrior Legacy and spreads it out so she can see everything at one time. The music starts slow and then gradually gets faster with a few solos and duets in places. Make sure to bring those out once you get there," she tells herself. She places her fingers on the lower keys and starts with the strong cello and bass part, then adds the viola and second violin part and the light first violin melody on top. She plays through and gets to the part where the melody gets heavier and shorter, then they get lighter again. The solo and duet come perfectly over top of the harmony line. The ending goes faster and faster until Maria reaches the fastest she can go. Why does the top note have to be so high? She asked herself as she was playing the ending chord almost perfectly. She takes her hands off the piano and the rest of the class starts clapping. Okay, Mr. Torres says, tapping the baton on his hand. Let's try it from the beginning. Maria, play along with the parts when you can, except for when it comes to the solo lines. The cellos and basses start off key and the first violins follow Maria's lead. She continues to follow the slower speed Mr. Torres goes and pulls her restraints back when she sees dynamics or speed changes. But everyone finally agrees on a speed and a key. They play the last few notes in tune and end with a soft fortissimo. Mr. Torres nods in acceptance and goes back over the song a few measures at a time. By the time class is over, everyone can play all the rhythms but not the notes. The bell rings and Mr. Torres looks for Maria, but she is already on her way to the next class. She doesn't want him to find out any more about how she knows how to play piano so well or what keeps her motivated. She wants to keep her family and everything a secret. And that's that. Next part will be up sometime this month because I just really want to share this with you guys. And yeah, I'm about like 2/3 through what I have written so far. And I really hope you guys are enjoying this because I am enjoying reading it for you. Even though I am not the best reader and I keep screwing up all my words. It's whatever. It's just whatever. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy VEDO!